what worldwide advertising looks like for newspapers. Way down, right? Revenue is way down. Anybody know what journalists make? They don't make a lot of money. They make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. So if I'm Coca-Cola, what's to stop me from going out and hiring 20 journalists to write all day about what drinks should taste like, about what flavors should taste like? You know, let's take away Coca-Cola since we have somebody in the room here from Coca-Cola. But if I am Johnson & Johnson, okay, what's to stop me from going out and hiring 15 people to write day in, day out about this is the best way to solve a headache, this is the best way to solve a cold, this is the best way to solve your child's rash, whatever that is. And I am then defining what the world believes is the best way to solve a headache or a cold or any of these things. And if I do SEO right, and if I buy the right websites, I can fool you into believing that those are independent publications, right? For a fairly cheap amount of money. That's the biggest change which we're seeing. The biggest change which we're seeing, especially as media representatives are going way down, okay, which means that if you call a newspaper these days, the person covering real estate is probably covering finance as well, is probably covering general business as well, and is probably covering the stock market as well. Which means let's take away the 2, 3, 4 biggest publications in the world. Okay, let's set aside the New York Times, let's set aside the Wall Street Journal, let's set aside the Financial Times. Okay? If you live in Chicago, you have 2 daily newspapers, which you're reading day in, day out. If you live in Houston, if you live in Miami, if you live in any of these papers, there are very few reporters at these places. So you can define the news very much on your own.